My wife probably looks like that. She grabs the shit out of me.
You ever thought about what you do with $1 million? How about $1 billion? You'd be debt free, have a big house, drive a fast, fancy car. Well, I'm here to tell you that with state-funded lotteries, all of this is possible. Very slim possibility, but yet still a real possibility. Hello, my name is Sheldon Fleurant, and today I'm going to give you a presentation on the benefits of state-funded lotteries. Today I'll be telling you what benefits the government receives, what benefits we as citizens and taxpayers receive, and I'll give you a few arguments that critics like to use. First off, 37 states and the District of Columbia have state-funded lotteries. These bring in high volumes of revenue that would otherwise have to be made up by other means. The University of North Texas did a study and found that 60% of adults play the lottery at least one time a year. They also found that in 1996, total lottery sales reached $42.9 billion. Today, that average is $57 billion a year, according to Answers.com. This is because lottery tickets can be mass-produced at low cost with little risk. When the government doesn't have to spend as much money to put into it, it's more of a rate of return. It also keeps the crime rate down. According to the report from the New York Lottery, they said, illegal numbers activities have been eliminated for the most part in most areas of the state, with the exception of New York City. When people have the opportunity to gamble legally, they don't have to do it illegally. This provides an avenue that keeps crime rate down. Now you're probably all thinking, well, of course the government benefits. They wouldn't allow it if they didn't get something out of it. They always get their piece of the pie. This is true, but I'm here to tell you that everyone here can practically benefit from state-funded lotteries. The biggest and most well-known benefit is winning. You win the lottery, hit it rich, thousands of dollars, get you through some hard times, whether it be scratch-off or the Powerball. Though the odds are exponential, it's still a possibility. But the biggest benefit that most people don't realize is that it keeps taxes down. If the state-funded lotteries weren't there, then this money would have to be made up otherwise, and that's through your taxes. Because the lottery is 100% voluntary, we're not forced to pay into it. It's all of choice. Most of the money that's received from the state-funded lotteries is used to benefit education. Like here in Georgia, the voluntary pre-kindergarten program is 100% funded by the Georgia Lottery. This has been a huge benefit to me and my family because last year my son attended the Liberty County Pre-K Center with no cost to me. This saved me and my family hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in child care costs and education fees. This also allowed my son to get an early start on education. We all know that education is important in today's society. Another thing that Georgia does is they have the Hope Scholarship. The Hope Scholarship has provided more than 1.6 million people and college students with financial assistance for college. Other various financial support include lower public transportation costs, prescription benefits, and senior citizen support, just to name a few. Pennsylvania is big on helping senior citizen centers. In 2010 to 2011, they gave $4.5 million of lottery money to the York County Senior Center alone. So now let's get into what the critics say and the arguments that people say the reason why the lottery corrupts people and makes people bad and is such a bad thing for society. The first one is compulsive gambling. Listen, if somebody's a compulsive gambler, they're going to gamble whether the lottery's there or not. Why not give them an avenue to supply their money to society that benefits everybody rather than a casino where they're just making one person richer? Another issue that they argue is underage gambling. I'm sure some of you have seen in the grocery stores that have the machines where you can get scratch-offs with just cash. It's unsupervised. So yes, teenagers are gambling as well when they're not supposed to. But the same can be said for underage drinking. We have a problem with underage drinking. We're not going to outlaw alcohol just because teenagers are out there drinking. It's on the responsibility of the parents to teach their kids right from wrong and to know when the fact is they have to wait to participate in certain activities until they're of age. The biggest argument that critics use is that they say only the poor people play lottery, only the low income. I'm here to tell you that is so not true. Everybody from all walks of life, from all financial standpoints, play the lottery. The difference is that the reason why it's a misconception is they use basic mathematics. If a person has $100 and buys $20 in lottery tickets, and then somebody has $1,000 and also purchased $20 in lottery tickets, the amount spent in percentage standpoint is significantly more for the person who only has $100. It's not to say that the rich or people that have more money aren't spending just as much. It's just they're spending a higher percentage of their income. So this is where the misconception comes from. I hope you all learned about some benefits of state-funded lotteries today. I gave you some benefits that the government receives from these. I gave you some benefits that we as citizens and taxpayers receive. And I also gave you a few arguments that critics have. So in closing, I'd like to leave you with a quote from a former lottery director. Lottery players risk a small amount of money against very long odds to win a prize, with the net proceeds going to the public good. Now, who wants to be a millionaire?